Hey guys, today I'm going to work on installing a battery box for a new lithium battery. After our last trip to the Smoky Mountains dry camping, I decided I was going to get a lithium battery. So I've now purchased a lithium battery. I'm going to get rid of the lead acid batteries, but I also had to purchase a battery box, or actually bought a toolbox to store the lithium battery in. Check it out. Okay, when I was shopping for lithium batteries, JSDsolar seemed to be one of the most reasonably priced. And not a lot of reviews on it, but the reviews that were on it seem to be really good. 12.8 volt, 400 amp hour, and you can see the 6,000 cycles there. It is a LiFePO 4, so I'm looking forward to getting that installed. That is close to 25 inches wide or long, and it weighs about 87 pounds. So here's the toolbox I purchased. It is aluminum. I believe it is powder coated, and it is very lightweight, but it is plenty big for this battery. So I've already removed the propane tanks and the cover, obviously. Here are the batteries I'm going to be removing or replacing. These are the lead acid interstate batteries. Before you unhook any batteries on your travel trailer, unhook from shore power. You do stand a chance of getting lit up on the front of your travel trailer when you're unhooking those things. So unhook the power, then you can work on the batteries. There's a battery disconnect right here. I just turned it to the red, turn it to the off. You're good to go. So disconnecting and removing these batteries should be pretty easy. I'm going to do away with this cable and this cable. Those are just to connect one battery to the other. I'm going from two batteries to one big battery, and these won't be needed. Okay, these are the two cables I'm getting rid of. I don't need those anymore, but there's three other cables here. There's a positive and a negative that attach to the battery, the new battery, and this is just a ground. This goes to the negative on the new battery, but also it just attaches to the frame. It's just to ground it. Actually, these batteries are not as heavy as I thought they would be. Okay, there are 4 3/8 sheet metal screws that I've got to remove. And these straps. I'm not going to need these, but man, I'm telling you, these are some of the most aggravating straps to use. The bolts here on this bracket are a little bit long. They've never been an issue, but for this project they are, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them with my Ryobi side grinder and get them out of the way. This bracket is what mounts the Stromberg trailer tray to the tongue of the trailer, and that's where the generator rides. I also have this piece of 1/4 inch plywood here just to protect the trailer from any hot metal that may be flying off of the grinder. Also important to mention that you need to wear eye protection when grinding, and I removed the propane tanks from the camper so there's no propane around these sparks. Okay, I need to get a measurement from the bottom of this bracket, which is where I'm going to mount something for support, to the top of the tongue. I'm just going to put a level across here. The top of the tongue, or the box actually, will mount on top of the tongue just like this level, so that should be the right height. That's 3 1/4. All right, I went ahead and cut a front and back piece. This is the back piece. I drilled a hole here, 3/4 inch hole, cut a slot, and that's for this propane hose to ride in. There we go. That is perfect fit. And this is the front piece. Did the same thing, 3/4 inch hole, cut a slot just for this propane hose just to kind of be out of the way. That's a perfect fit. Now let me check the height. Perfect. I'm not going to leave them like that. I'm going to paint them and then attach them on the bottom. Once I had these boards cut for length, I painted them with a paint that I had on hand here. It's this Rust-Oleum hammered gray, which was a perfect color. Once I put them in place, I attach them with 2 screws in each, and I'm using the existing holes in the brackets from the old battery box. All right, to test fit this box again, now that I have something for it to sit on, Okay, it's about an inch off the camper there, which is leaving plenty of room to open without hitting back there at the back. It don't hit until I open it all the way up, so that should be sufficient. Okay, so after several test fits and this thing sliding around really easily because this is a slick surface and it is very light, I'm going to put one screw right here in the corner. Once you have the box centered up and secured in one corner, you can move to the other side, make a couple measurements and adjustments to make sure it is straight with the camper before you attach the other screws. Okay, anytime you're doing a modification, you got to test fit. I test fit this box and measured it 100 times, looked at it, moved it, got it to where I wanted it. It's good to go now, but I can't reach in here and unlock this box. Do I need it locked? Probably not, but I want to be able to use it as it's made to use. So in order to do that, I got to move these tanks forward. There's room to move them forward. If I do that, I'm going to have to discard the hard plastic propane cover and get a soft cover. Not a big deal, but also I have to consider the propane hose. Is there enough? Is it long enough for me to pull everything forward and be able to lift it up and utilize it as needed? And after pulling it forward, checking it out, there's plenty of propane hose. So now I got to take the tanks off, move the base or the mount for the tank, slide that forward, then I can put them back. I should be able to then lock and unlock the battery box and be good to go there. Okay, I forgot to hit the record. I got these nuts loosened, slid it forward. You can see here, this part was back here. I moved it forward that amount. It's a little over an inch. And now I can reinstall the self-tapping screws. Okay, so as you can see here, I can get in here. There's plenty of room to adjust. I can switch tanks if I need to. Plenty of room to move this stuff around. So I didn't get too close to this. Everything's fine here. I like the adjustments there, the modifications. And back here, as you can see, I can easily reach the lock. I was able to lock it and unlock it with the key. Lift that up, access the battery there, and everything's good right there. Okay, so I'm extremely pleased with this modification so far. The toolbox, now battery box, seems to be a good quality product. The propane tanks moved forward with ease, no problems there. The battery box mounted with ease, no complications. There's plenty of length for the propane hose, plenty of length for the cables, and the biggest thing right now is I'm ditching the hard propane cover and purchasing a soft propane cover. So this battery box and lithium battery install is going to be a two-part. Battery box first. You can catch the lithium battery install on the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.